Good afternoon.
Yeah. What day is it?
Yo.
It's Friday.
Oh.
Reset your browsers, refresh your browsers, because it is in fact February 10th, not any other day, 2012.
Not a moment too soon, gosh.
And you are listening to Room 3026 live.
Live.
Episode 463. A 60-minute conversation ranging from technology to pop culture. And I'm your host, Damond Nollan. We are broadcasting live.
Live.
Right here in Durham, North Carolina. It is lunch hour in the Onyx Tower.
Excellent.
Today my co-hosts are Mr. Derek Brinson.
I am the world's funkiest man. Stay funky, my friends.
And Mr. Michael Render.
Doozy.
As always, we encourage listener participation. That means that you, Mike Render, you can join the conversation.
Yep.
It also means you out there right now, you too can join the conversation. All you got to do is call us right now at 646-929-2689. You can also join us if you have Skype or Google Voice, although I think Skype works better for me for some reason. Anyway, you can join us also a third way. You can join us right now in the chat room. Just go to blogtalkradio.com /Damond Nollan. Click on today's episode and there we are. I want to give a special thanks to Mr. Darren Tyler for providing our theme song. It is called Without You, which means that without you, we would not be where we are today. So I applaud you and say thank you for all that you do. We really do appreciate you. Let me turn to the chat room and say hi to somebody I definitely appreciate because A, he is religiously, consistently, probably more consistent than I am to checking blogs here before the bell rings. That would be Mr. Alan Tran, sir.
So that's better than
it is
sporadically?
Yes, no, his religiously is probably a word that I would not use, but
what you just did.
He's pretty much like he's here. So yeah, I give him credit. Dude, you're the man. Thank you.
Alan Tran,
ladies and gentlemen. If I could clap right now. There you go. I also want to thank all of you listening live and in archive. Thank you for hanging out with us today. We definitely appreciate you.
We do.
And your support of the show. First of all, let me bring this down and say to you, today is Friday, y'all.
It is.
You know, and I look forward to Friday.
Me too.
You know, I look forward to Friday because it's the beginning of the weekend.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I look forward to Friday because, well, I get to relax on the weekend. I also look forward to Friday because of Rebecca Black. Yes, it is, baby.
Don't do it. Friday. Brother trying to catch up on some sleep because I stayed up way too late last night. Party. Sleep.
Yeah. Get some sleep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Friday. It is so great to see you.
Oh, that's what you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
I can't believe we just did
It's
that
Friday.
again.
Stop
What do you
doing
mean?
that.
I'm going to do that every Friday.
Stop
still
doing
do it.
that.
Then why don't you create a song that says it's Friday, and then maybe I'll play that one instead.
There are
Put it together, man.
are many songs.
We'll find one that's better than that one.
McFadden and Whitehead.
How does it go?
Living it up. Oh, yeah. It's Friday night.
Yeah, but that's Friday night. We're not there on Friday yet.
Look, I could just splice out the night part and we can, keep on moving.
Why don't you create a song, Derek Brinson? Create a Friday song that we can play on the show.
I may very well do that.
Yeah, create a song. I want to hear you sing it. Create a Friday song. And Mike, if you want to rap on it, it's
Okay.
Friday.
Really?
My team didn't win, but I'm going to go back and do something on Friday.
See why I was bringing up old stuff.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
How old is it? I mean, it's still here in the
Yeah,
Daily
I think it was in
Boost.
this week. I can still see the picture.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a long
I don't
time
know.
ago.
It's a whole day ago.
Yeah.
We're in
Really?
preparation for a new game.
Is that right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is next month, right?
Yep.
Let me say hello to also Aaron K. White, who is in the room. Our friend
He got my message.
as well. Welcome, sir.
Feel good.
Holding down Colorado.
What happened?
KW, you got my message.
All right.
What happened?
He got my message.
What was that? It was like a
Message.
bat.
I mean, you sent it, right?
Message?
What message?
Message.
Okay, all right. I don't
You
know what
sent
that
the
is,
message, right?
but hey,
Message.
get a message. But you know what? I want to say this. Aaron K. White says, make it sound like an old Body Count
That's
song.
what I'm talking about.
Body count.
Body Count was Ice-T's kind of punk metal project.
Friday.
Yeah, I believe
Friday. Kill, Friday.
I believe that was the precursor. Oh yeah. I believe the album was called Cop Killer, and it caused a big stink, and it was taken off the shelf and renamed and repackaged.
If you make a rock version, a Rock Friday song, actually it might work.
Body Count, Aaron K. White, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Friday.
We do it.
For those of you that
We
are
can
just
do
now
it.
coming on,
Friday.
this is not actually that kind of show.
could be.
But we did play Friday by Rebecca Black, and they don't like it, so they want to find a new song. I said create a new song.
I
Create a new
I
song.
do like it, and it's embarrassing that I like it so much. I tell you not to do it,
No,
and then
I
you do it,
actually
and then
like
my
it.
head be
Yeah.
jumping around. I don't like it because, but then you start playing it, and it's embarrassing. Stop that. Stop it.
I tap my toe a little bit every time you play it. I bob a little bit, but I hate that I'm doing it.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I catch myself and I'm like, man, I
That's
need to
what
do
I'm
something
saying.
else.
It's embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing.
It's a guilty pleasure.
turning
It's
it down.
embarrassing.
It's like listening to, I don't know, The Notebook. That's a great movie, by the way. All right. So anyway, we have a great show lined up because A, it's Friday, and B, because there just happens to be some really good tech stories out there.
There's
right
news?
now.
It's a news day?
Well, it happens. It happens, and today there are a number of stories, and believe it or not, a number of blog world stuff. But we are going to go back to a moment. We're going to talk a little bit about Netflix and some of the latest things that they just rolled out. They have a new app. We're going to talk a little bit about what they just rolled out, and also where they could be going next on their tour. Yes, hit refresh.
Fresh.
On their tour, if you will.
Fresh.
Of the European nation. Where are they going next? We'll also talk about a new system that Google is working on. That's going to be interesting. I want to get your thoughts on that. We'll also talk about what makes a good tweet on Twitter.
Fresh.
How will your stuff get tweeted, retweeted?
Yes, I've seen a couple of those studies. Cool.
This is an interesting one. It's actually something that's rolling out right now. We've heard a lot of these, how to make your tweets retweet, but this is a study now. This is actually someone have done a study looking at the numbers and going from there. Anyway, that's kind of what we have on the agenda today. That and obviously more stories, but those are the ones that just happen to be on the top of the list in this episode of Room 3026 Live. So don't go anywhere.
Well,
Mike Render, I'm looking at you. Don't go anywhere.
where am I going? Well, I might run to the refrigerator and get some
I
food.
can only roll away so far.
Don't go anywhere.
The night course.
I do want to say this, and let me say hi to those who are walking in right now. I see also guest 2021 is here. Miss Eileen Smith
Miss.
is here.
If you
Also,
bathed.
Random Brain Activity, Bob H. is here. And I will say this. I don't know. I listened to our show.
Yeah.
And yesterday our show, we recorded a little bit later than the show started.
See, what had happened
Night and day.
What had happened was,
Night and
you know,
day.
for the first, I don't know,
Day
2 or 3
and
minutes.
night.
See, I had lunch with my I actually met up with my pops actually to take care of a little bit of biz, and I hadn't seen him for a long time, and we got to chat. I mean, I was here on time. I was standing. We were in the car, and it was just like right outside the office, and we were chatting, and I just lost track of time. Oh my goodness, I'm late! And then I ran upstairs, and y'all had already started, so I just.
Well,
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I love the old dude. I hadn't seen him in a while. And I was
No,
chatting
I
with him.
mean, look, go take care of Dad. All I was saying was,
No, he's taking care of me. Who you kidding?
well, that's what dads do, right? They take you to lunch,
Right.
And they pay for stuff.
Right.
What I was saying was, I was listening to the show. How I was listening to the show yesterday, and the thing about the show is, I listened to it on the higher end version, the stuff we put on YouTube.
Right.
Dude, it's like night and day. The first half was like terrible.
It wasn't that bad.
No, it was like bad. Like the quality was like I was talking through a tin can.
Yeah, clearly the YouTube version because we're recording it digitally.
And then it goes to like the good version.
Yes, because that's the thing. Because
oh my gosh!
Because I hit the start record late, I had to go to get the Blog Talk Radio version for the first like minute and a half or so.
Do the introduction pretty much.
Yeah.
But once you got past it, you're like, it's great.
They just spliced it in.
It was like, dude, how can I ever go back to listening to the show like through a tin can?
By the way, listening to the Blog Talk Radio replay is trying to find the right spot in which to, switch over to the good version. It is a little choppy. I don't know if it's our operating system, our connection to Blog Talk Radio, or them. There is a little bit of choppitude going on in the real show.
I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. I try not to move too much. So then, hopes that's not it, but
I don't know what it is.
We need to do some testing to see what the deal is. But if not,
maybe we can talk to Blog Talk.
We may have to do some looking around because I was just saying the point I was making was, dude, it sounds like garbage compared to the recorded version. It's like night and day.
We've been doing that for so long.
Yeah, but we used to do telephones. Remember that?
Yeah. Gosh, that was even worse than worse.
Anyway, listen, I apologize to you guys who listen to that choppiness from time to time. We will continue to look for ways to make it even better. And I'm definitely not going to push you guys away to go listen to an archived version because I like the live stuff.
Yeah, the live stuff is...
Dude, it's like night and day. High quality versus tin cans. It's night and day.
Agreed.
Anyway, let me move on. It's 12 minutes in, and I want
to... Big watch?
Nope, not quite.
Why?
Not quite, because I have someone that I'd like to bring on for a moment. You may remember we put this out to the world.
Is the Rab here?
Not the Rab today. I don't see him here, but he's not here today. But
who's here?
I have a special guest. Hold on to your pantyhose. Okay, so I put it out on the Twitterverse. I said, look, if you are going to be participating in the upcoming Ignite Raleigh event, you can come on the show and just share a few moments about what is your talk about and why we should go see it.
Okay.
I think we have somebody here right now who can do that.
Who's
taking us up on that offer.
Someone I know?
Well, let me get on the phone. Okay, here we go.
Yo.
Let me first of all welcome our guest. Hello, sir. Welcome to the show.
Who this?
Floating Bones Journal is his name, but no, it is Phil. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Damond, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Thanks for joining us.
Can you turn him up on the Blog Talk Radio thing?
I can't from
here.
I'm
talking about on the in their interface. You should be able to turn the volume up.
There's no volume on them.
Really? Okay, because I just noticed when the last phone
call. Well, they were calling him from a telephone. Phil's calling him from Skype today.
Okay.
He sounds good, though.
Well, because he's on Skype. That's what.
Okay, I just didn't know because I had to go on and turn it up in the rebroadcast to make it.
Well, I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah,
this is what you do. Yeah. Phil, thanks for calling us
Indeed.
again.
Welcome aboard, dude.
Yeah, join in the conversation.
Howdy.
Thanks.
So you are going to be participating. You have a talk in the upcoming Ignite Raleigh 3.
Actually, I did not make the cut, Damond.
Oh,
Damond, when you voting?
Oh, be quiet, Mike.
I mean,
don't put me out there like that.
Clearly, I
don't
should
know
have
who
gotten
was
your show
voting.
a few days earlier this week.
That's what I'm going to do next time.
What was the name of your topic?
My talk was about proprioceptive illusions.
Do tell.
That's an interesting title. Even though we may not be able to see you here.
Proprioceptive illusions?
Proprioceptive. Proprioceptive.
Proprioceptive, one word, illusions.
And it's actually, I made a little teaser video. I don't know if Damond has seen that, but proprioception, it's kind of like our sense of touch, but it's how we sense how we move in space. So like when you sit down in your car in the morning, you know exactly how to put your keys in the ignition without looking at them.
That's me.
Yeah.
Cool. Yes, but I just never thought about how that worked.
To describe a simple idea. And what I discovered is an actual illusion you can do that when you're standing up near a wall, a particular way of doing standing push-ups that makes it feel as if the wall is moving rather than you.
Okay.
Say that one more time, because I'm slow. And these new concepts, especially when you start messing with the metaphysicalities and stuff. One more time.
It feels, there's a way of doing standing push-ups where it feels as if the wall is moving rather than you.
Yes.
So, Mike, do that. Stand up against the wall.
So how does that?
Yeah, how does that work?
Well, I have a write-up on this.
Okay.
And, I don't know if you guys have a way of doing a link, but I can tell you.
Yeah. Hit me.
Floatingbones.com. And then Illusion, ILLUSION, app, app.pdf.
APP.
It would be floatingbones.com.
Yeah.
You're doing Fusion?
Illusionapp.pdf. The I and the A in Illusion app are both in uppercase.
It shouldn't matter, but some servers it does. We'll see.
And this is Derek trying to type the URL real quick.
Floating bones, singular or plural?
Plural, floatingbones.com.
Illusion app. I am the world's worst typist. I type like a piano player.
Oh, it's coming. Dum dum dum. Yes, you might have to send it. So you were going to do a talk while he's trying to pull that up. So you were going to do a talk on essentially how to use this concept and I guess demonstrate it in some way.
There it is.
Yeah, and actually, I'm talking with Rob at this point. We may actually still demonstrate it during the show. We're not quite sure yet. We're trying to hammer that out.
Okay.
Right now. But it's basically, these illusions are very rare, and it doesn't look like researchers have done a lot of work in them in the past. Most of the illusions I've ever heard about are optical illusions.
Gotcha.
And actually, one of the neatest things when I started researching this and looking around, I discovered there is an Illusion of the Year contest. And the file you're downloading, hopefully if I said that correctly, is actually my application into the Illusion of the Year contest.
Okay.
Very cool.
Did you guys get that?
Yes.
Well, we're looking at the PDF right now.
Yeah, and I got a little bit of Skype breakup.
Well, it's probably us.
It's your operating system.
Oh, be quiet. But yeah, we are looking at it. It's a one-page document, it looks like, and it gives you that sort of how to do it. It's called the Moving the Great Wall, the proprioceptive illusion.
This fascinates me.
So can we share this then on the chat room and all that? Is that okay?
Oh, absolutely, sure.
I'm glad you said that because I already did it.
If you put something in, it would be stupid and not expect it to get shared.
Gotcha. All right. Well, so I guess so. At this point, is there any place else that we can see you? We can find you since we won't be able to see you next week.
Well, hopefully, I certainly plan to be there, and I don't want to be distraction to the show, but hopefully we'll figure some way to get this in. We're talking with Rob about how to get it in during the pre-show.
Okay. Well, yes, because there's apparently a band called Those Meddling Kids, a Scooby-Doo reference, Ruh-Roh, which I appreciate. Maybe you can work it out over there.
That might work.
Because I'm going to go see the band.
and thanks very much for having me on the show today, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here, dude.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Bye-bye.
All right. So there you go. Mike, I want you to do this. So now that we have the link, I'm going to get you to try this. If you can read this.
I'm trying to find a video on it. Hold up.
Just look at this for a second. So
so
now that we have this,
wall.
I'm going to get you to try this at some point during the show. So just make sure you read the instructions. Cool? Let me do a quick announcement. Since we are talking about Ignite Rally, let me share some information. Ignite Rally 3 is happening on Thursday, February 16th, 2012. That is at the Lincoln Theater in downtown Raleigh. You can go to their website. It is igniterally.com. Again, that's igniterally.com to get all the details and also to sign up and come on down. It's entirely free. Doesn't cost anything at all. So I want you to come on down and hang out with us. We will be there and have a great time, okay?
Yes.
Also, don't forget, in the February 29th, that's just around the corner, Triangle AMA Digital Marketing Training Camp is coming up. This will be at the Briar Creek Country Club in Raleigh, North Carolina. For more information, go to the triangleama.org. And the event, again, is the Triangle AMA Digital Marketing Training Camp. You can use this discount code. I'm going to give it to you right here. The discount code is DMBC10. DMBC10 is the discount code. You can get 10% off your registration fee. We will be there. We're going to do a show from there. So we're going to be getting all this good information, and I encourage you to go check them out. Again, that's the Triangle AMA Digital Marketing Training Camp, February 29th at the Briar Creek Country Club. All right, with that being said, 21 minutes in, let us jump right on into our show and let's do some feed watch. I think that's appropriate.
Sure. Feed watch. Feed watch.
Feed watch. This is where we constantly comb the blogs so that you don't have to. We give you the news that you can use because that's what we do. So you best not snooze. You will not lose. Unless, of course, you just like singing the blues. A boo woo woo woo.
You know,
woo.
We let them win.
There is a new app coming from Netflix this morning. And if you are on the Android device, whether it's the pad or in a handheld device, you will be able to download this brand spanking new Android app from Netflix, and it adds a couple of really neat features. One of those features is the online or on-screen volume slider. Again, if you're watching Netflix on your device, you can simply slide the little device from across the top of your screen and control the device. You also, where this is applicable or where this is available, you also can integrate with Facebook, which is now available. Which means you can share, and again, this is only in those countries, and of course, we are not one of those, at least not yet, where you can basically share what you're watching with your friends on Facebook. This is a brand new feature. You can actually go out there and grab it. There are also some other tweaks as far as behind the scenes, as far as HD streaming, and also some other AV syncs are available.
This intrigues us.
Now, of course, I say this and I share this with you, number one, because I just want you to know that Netflix is not giving up the fight, Derek.
This is a wonderful enhancement for their new owners, which will take place before Easter.
Might I also add, and this is another part of their story, Netflix and Hulu are looking to go to Russia for a continued expansion of its services. As I don't know if you know this already, but Netflix already operates in 45 different countries. That they recently launched in the UK and in Ireland. Now they're also working towards Russia, which was interesting because Netflix was actually there first in Russia, and then Hulu said, oh, so Netflix wants to do something in Russia? Well, I guess we're going to go to Russia as well. And again, my whole point in even bringing this up, though, Derek, is because I'm trying to convey to you the growth, the expansion that this company is having, and in that, well, the potential, of course, to increase its capital, to increase its cash reserves.
There has been no evidence that all this movement has resulted in liquid capital.
We don't know that
so
right now.
sorely lack. There have been
we don't know that.
We do know that there's been no evidence because you can't provide any.
Well, we don't know that there is no evidence. We just don't have it right now.
So we don't know that there's not any. We just don't have any.
Well, of course, we don't know until the quarter is up, right? Until we had to maybe wait a few months to get the final report. But I can tell you that the stock price of Netflix has continued to increase. I think last time I heard,
because everybody knows they're getting ready to get sold. Of course, the stock price is going to go up.
No, I don't know if that's the case. I think what's happening.
So when companies aren't about to get bought out, their stock price goes down. Is that what I'm hearing from you?
Well, what I'm saying is people believe in this product, and they said, you know what?
No, people believe in money. That's why they buy stocks and bonds. So a company getting ready to get sold, its price going to go up
because we see that you guys are expanding and providing additional services.
Dude,
we want some of that.
You're the MBA of the group, right?
Right.
So you do know this.
Well, I'm not an economist. I'm not a financial trader. So that may not be my expertise.
Me neither. I just
look
got
at
a hunch.
These numbers. Right. I just look at these
numbers.
Dude,
before Easter, you are going to properly introduce me on this program as the world's funkiest man. You're going to do it.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Let me move. And Bob A says, I think Damond secretly owns Netflix stock. And even if it was, I wouldn't secretly. I'll tell you. I should have probably bought it when it was at $70.
Oh, so you could buy some now because when they get sold, it's going to go up.
Yeah. I should. It's not too late because who knows? It could be up to $200 before long at the rate it's going, $133 right now. Or the last time I remember, it was like $133 or something from $70. So that would have been a good move, almost double where it was.
It's going to go up again. All I got to do is get sold.
let's move on to another topic. Let's talk about Google. And this is something that I slept on the first 5 times I saw it, but I thought it was significant enough to bring to you today, and that is that Google is actually working on a new home entertainment system.
That's going to be more competition than Netflix.
Well, here's the interesting part. We've already seen Google TV, right? Where essentially you are working, Google in this case has a service that it will provide through certain television sets, specifically those that have an internet connection of some kind or a Wi-Fi connection or something, and your ability to kind of watch your shows through this device. Well, this new system is something very similar to something I think they called Sonos, which I don't know a lot about Sonos. But the idea behind it is that you can set up this new device in a room, let's say near your stereo system, and you can stream your stereo to any number of rooms wirelessly, right? And from my understanding, you can connect it so that each room has its own music playing. So if you want to play something in the bathroom and that's different than what you're playing in the living room, or it's different than what you're playing in the kids' room, you can play music separately, or you can play it all together. What makes it cool is that it's wireless, so you have essentially a device that sits next to a router. If you have one of those in your house, where your network, the walkie-walkie, where your cable connection comes in. You connect it basically right there, and then it streams out this data to your speakers that are around the house. Okay, but it gets better than that. And here's really where people are talking. This is going to be a device that is made entirely by Google, which is to say,
I am a fan of the Google dedicated hardware. You know, the Google search appliance that we had been using on our intranet, so that it would, use the same Google algorithm.
Years ago, yeah.
The same Google algorithm to cache our intranet pages that are behind the firewall, so anybody internally can search the site using the same things. There are other ways of doing it, but putting their algorithm in a box, it's a great box. And of course, the Nexus, man, it is the Nexus One was the greatest phone ever built. I'm a fan of Google hardware, straight up.
Well, is the Nexus One, was that built by Google,
yes,
or is that a HTC, which is maybe the manufacturer?
Let me see.
Right? As he pulls out his phone.
Yes.
It is an HTC.
Yes.
This is a product that is entirely built by Google.
So they have a factory.
Into the hardware.
They have a factory.
They're going to be building this, according to this. And as a matter of fact, they had 252 different company employees that took one of these devices home and were using it, testing it, if you will, in their homes. So, and from my understanding, there you go. We can see it on the screen here.
Yeah, I just got an Amazon link from.
But what's cool is you can control these. You can control what's playing using your mobile device or your tablet. So consider this being where Android jumps in, where you can control what's playing on your speakers simply by controlling what's on your on your device.
So the speaker doesn't play; is your device is actually distributing the music through the speakers?
Potentially, yes. Okay. Potentially, and again, I don't know all the details. I know that you can control it from there, from your handheld device.
Right.
And I don't know if it's connected to your device, so it streams out from your phone, or from your tablet or whatever, or from your computer. Although I did see by going to the Sonos page that you have a device that can sit next to your home stereo system, and will actually pull, like, for example, if you have an old record player, you can actually connect this to this Sonos, and it will distribute that music through these speakers that are throughout the house. So I don't know if it's coming from your phone directly, and if that's the case, that's still pretty cool that it's all wireless. But this phone, this will, according to Google, is going to be a Wi-Fi enabled device, which can sit pretty much anywhere. And not only will it do music, but potentially also stream videos as well. So I don't know. This could be cool. Again, this is something that will be, again, a hardware, Google hardware, which some people are saying, dude, really? You guys are pretty much in the software area. You're not doing hardware. Maybe you're overstepping your bounds a little bit. But this is going to be a direct competition, some say, to the Apple TV, to Sonos being another one. So, and even to Amazon with their device that they've built. I think the Kindle. having a device as well, saying, "Look, we're gonna compete."
Yes, I mean, I just don't understand why people are hating on Google for moving into another sector, even the manufacturing sector. I mean, I think that's what the giants in the tech sector do. Because the tech sector that they occupy is typically short-lived.
I think that to some degree, though, having having the Motorola thing under their belt, I think they're definitely using that to their advantage.
That makes sense.
It makes sense. Okay. So anyway, that's Google hard at work, and you got that from TechCrunch. All right, Lo, let's take pictures. Let's pull out your cameras. Let's see what you guys are doing, where you're at. You can do that by going to Daily Booth, and Daily Booth sounds like this. Daily Booth. It's a free website. Go there right now. It's www.dailybooth.com. Pull out a webcam, pull out your cell phone, or just upload a picture.
Come on.
And once you do,
what it look like? What are you wearing?
You can share that URL with us right here in the chat room. I see Miss Eileen has done so. And if you're new to Daily Booth, all you got to do is follow us. You can go to dailybooth.com/Damond
The
Nollan.
worst clout perk ever. What is that?
And
Person
follow
of
us.
Interest. A miniature screen cleaner with a promo
So
for a show
Derek
I'll never
is-
watch. Oh, I see. I'm looking at.
Derek's looking at the picture. But if you haven't followed us, you can do so. We'll follow you back. All right. The first one I see here, Miss Eileen has posted a picture, and she says, as Derek just said, the worst clout perk ever. And of course, our question is, what is it?
A miniature screen cleaner with a promo on it for a show I'll never watch. Person of interest.
Oh, I watched Person of Interest once or twice. I didn't watch the whole thing. I just kind of was walking through. And I think part of the issue is because I never saw the first episode. So it's kind of like, well, what's going on? I do know that it has some pretty cool people that I like that are in it. But I am so far behind in whatever's going on. But it's a screen cleaner. So that's pretty much what you get. Maybe you got to increase your scores more. Maybe you'll get cooler things.
Dude.
I also have a picture as well.
Maybe you need to find something else to do.
Word. Let's see here. Mike Render, do you have a picture today?
Yeah.
Eileen says, send me your address. You can have it. I don't want it, man. Mike Render throws up a picture. If you don't mind, it says, it's Friday. And he looks worried.
You look perplexed, dude.
Is everything okay, Mike Render?
Just making sure.
You look worried, man.
I was just making sure.
Okay. Well,
Friday.
Congratulations. It is Friday. I also have one up there. Happy it's Friday.
Yep.
And I see you had one from yesterday, the Archbishops of Blunt Street.
Golly jeepers, man. Durham will be out
How was
last
that
night.
last night? I saw the tweet.
Golly jeepers. We thought it was going to be a short, weeknight show. Durham, y'all just wore us out. Tired.
I hear you. Well, so is that a place you'll go back to then?
I hope so.
Okay.
Hopefully on the weekend.
Good stuff.
Dude, coming back to
You
work
can't keep
tonight.
doing that on
school
weekday.
night. School night, man. I'm tired.
I feel your pain. All right. Let's see here. Let's move on to another story then. And again, you can always post your picture whenever you get it. We'll take a look at it.
Yep.
So here's a study that it's on Twitter, right? It's a study about Twitter or on Twitter. And I know many of us are on Twitter. Some of us are on Twitter more than others. Tim gets on me all the time, like, dude, get on Twitter. But either way, this one here is a study that suggests that content matters.
Indeed.
On Twitter. This comes from...
Not much else does matter beyond content.
But content does matter.
Oh, yeah.
According to this study, is a research that analyzed 40,000 articles posted to Twitter over the course of a week in August and collected information on the agency that wrote each article, the outlet that first tweeted the article's information category, and the emotion of the article's language. What they found is that some articles are more tweetable than others. Here are some of the key findings that they got from this study. Number one is that the source was the biggest indicator.
What do you mean?
This is that more reliable the source, the better the chances of a tweet. So if you get it from, let's say, a tech blog, for example, one that is probably larger than others, not only because they have a lot of followers, but because it is, in fact, from a trusted source.
Oh, I see.
Right?
Yes, that makes sense.
Sometimes if you get it from just a small-time blog, you're like, well, I don't know who this person is. Why would I tweet that?
I have no idea that this person is insane and not telling the truth and all
How
that.
would I ever consider retweeting something that I don't know if it's legitimate? So definitely, if you have a from a source that people trust, that's one. Number two, stories in popular categories will spread more rapidly. For example, I don't know, technology or cats are pretty big categories. If you tweet in those categories, you can probably guess that somebody's going to look at it and potentially tweet it or retweet it. The third one is this, is that if you mention a known person, place, or organization, you're more likely to get your story tweeted. So, which is another example or another
tweet tip.
Of using like Google in the name or a celebrity in the name of your tweet will typically get someone's attention and say, oh, wait, hold on. Lady Gaga does X, Y, and Z.
Yep.
That will probably say, oh, what Lady Gaga, right? Also, I think to some degree, I think that perfectly makes sense considering many of us are aware of those people. Like oftentimes when I read blog titles in my feed reader, I used to, and this is a while ago, I used to read every single post, not necessarily read, but I used to open and close every single post that was in my reader. It took clearly a long time. In order to save time, I just started to scan over titles of the articles. And what I found myself doing is, in order to kind of get to some of those articles, I would just look at keywords like, is there a company that I recognize, like Netflix? Of course, I'll stop if I see Netflix, or if I see Google or Facebook or Twitter, or a company that I recognize, I'll stop. Because I'm like, oh, what is this? The other thing I noticed too is that if I keep seeing this story over and over from people that I trust, then I'm like, well, maybe I need to read this. Because sometimes I don't know. So I can definitely understand this, that even in tweets, if you use all three of these, it might work. So I see that Derek is responding. Something is going on in the chat room. What is it that you see there, Derek? What's that say? What's that? I'm not going to say that out loud. What is that?
Bob H says, I'm going to tweet, Lady Gaga calls Derek the world's funkiest man. And I responded, as will Damond. You will.
And I would not retweet that, by the way. Do you have to have a reliable source? That's funny, though.
That's very funny. The celebrity thing. Nice.
Eileen Smith says, you can join my friend's site, justretweet.com. That way you can get your own stuff retweeted instead of Lady Gaga stuff retweeted. Bob A says, what? I'm not a reliable source? You mean for all things Lady Gaga? I would question that.
He is. We are reliable sources. He is just, Damon is just hating.
Really?
Yes.
You mean to tell me that Lady Gaga really said that?
I am.
I'm going to write one that says, Lady Gaga says, Derek Brinson's going to pay Damon $20 the day after Easter. Anyway, that's pretty cool.
I got two words for you. Ep-ick.
Okay, for all my WordPress users out there, all my folks that use that, and I have not made that transition, but I will say after this story, and I think after all the things that are going on right now, thanks to Aaron K. White for his blog post where he was talking about the use of it, a number of other reasons why I'm beginning to really seriously take a very, very serious look at WordPress. This next one is definitely one that could potentially be a game changer.
Dun, dun, dun.
And that is because they have an Android app.
Yes.
Really?
Not only do they have one, but they just updated it. And as a matter of fact, it also delivers Kindle Fire and Nook support as well. Coming from the next web, we find out that WordPress has just updated its native Android application.
I was going to say, it seems like there's been an Android app out for WordPress for a while, as memory serves.
Yeah, because I've tried the Google one, and It doesn't work very good.
It's all right.
Well, the spacing is off. The pictures don't look right. It just doesn't work well.
Using the email client to send your stuff in.
It still doesn't look as
it's better than the phone app though. Just sending it in through email is better than the phone app in my world anyway.
I'd be curious to see how well the WordPress for Android actually works, or whatever.
Yes.
Because but they said that it's an updated version for smartphones and tablets, delivering features from. Let's see, for owners of Amazon Kindle Fire and Barnes & Noble's Nook Color tablet. In this new version, you can post, geotagging improvements. What else is going on? Support for larger tablets. It also allows you to edit post content, adding media, viewing stats, something that I can't do very well from my phone as it pertains to Google's Blogger. Also, comment notifications and other additional desktop features, all that you can do right now from your Android phone. Now, Mike, let me ask you a question, since you are a huge, and I'll even ask Aaron, because I know he's a fan of WordPress and has an iPhone. But Mike, if you know, does WordPress have a really good iPhone app? And if so, how do you like it?
I don't know because I don't use WordPress.
I thought you were a WordPress fan.
No.
So when you develop these websites, you don't use that?
Mm-mm.
Okay, let me turn to Aaron then. Aaron, tell me that does iPhone have a really good one, a good app that does really good with WordPress? I'm just curious. I'm just wondering. Not that this would be the only thing, but I find that I am on my phone a lot, and if I can create content on my blog simply by pulling out that feature, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I heard there are apps though. I don't know by name, but
yeah, Mike, he's just sent you a message. I mean, Aaron just sent you a message. He said, "Wow,
what?
I am shocked."
He knows I don't use WordPress though.
I'm shocked.
You're shocked or he's shocked?
That's what he says. He says, "I'm shocked."
Where? That's not what it says.
He says, "You don't know me at all." Yes, Damond. Yes, and of course, just I don't know if it works well over 3G. He says, but yeah, they do have one. Okay. Little Bite snuck in on me a moment ago. I want to say hi to Marianne. Hello. Hello there. All right. Well, anyway, if that is important to you, definitely you can get the updated version of WordPress for your Android device, for Kindle Fire and the Nook, as those have new updates. All right, let's do Blog Roll, y'all. We got a couple stories here we need to get through. Blog Roll is when we take a look at what you guys are writing. Rolling with the Povosies. Yeah.
Yes.
We'll take a look at what you guys are putting out there in the blogosphere, what you kind of get a little stage for what you're putting. We got a couple stories today. A couple stories, two from our girl, Basic Blog Tips. That's Miss Eileen Smith. We also got a couple from our boy, who I haven't seen in a while, but I know he's around. That's Vincent, that's Little Sun Productions. And I got a couple as well. So let me dive right on in. The first one is 10 Reasons Why I Will Not Visit Your Blog Again. It just won't happen. It's coming from basicblogtips.com. It's Abi Balani. It's not Abi Dhabi. It's Abi Balani. And there are 10 reasons. One of those I can tell you is you got pop-ups. Really? So you want me to come back to your website with a bunch of pop-ups, huh? Is that really what it comes down to?
Even if it is for free, Photoshop.
Just stop doing that.
Downloads. It's still kind of annoying.
What's that? What are you talking about?
Like pop-ups when you go to people's blogs.
Yeah.
Even if they offer free stuff, it's still
join my email list. Bing.
Ugh.
Yeah.
What's another reason why you wouldn't go to someone's blog?
Because they play music and I can't.
Oh man, I hate that. I really hate that. You like flying birds across the screen.
Stop that.
Welcome to my website, and you got like that crazy music in the background, like we used to play back in the 90s. You know, like you remember you come into a website, you got a little player at the bottom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ling, 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 ling. Oh, welcome to my Zen garden.
This needs to stop.
No, it doesn't need to stop. So there are 9 other reasons that you can go and find out. Go to
Content's not valuable,
basicblogtips.com, basicblogtips.com. 10 reasons why I will not visit your blog ever again unless you change it, by Abi Balani. Also, Little Sun Productions presents. That's Vincent. He writes one story. He says, Little Sun Chronicles, it starts with you. And this is a really heartfelt, relatively small, but it's a heartfelt blog post. Talks about how you can change your life. It starts with you. But in line with that, he also talks about saying goodbye to the Thunderbolt and hello to my none other, which would be his car, which is now a paid-off vehicle. And he's been going through this Dollars and Cents, part of his Dollars and Cents series, going through this financial university, if you will, at his church. And they're looking at, obviously, goals, paying off your bills, paying off, right?
Thunderbolt, ain't that his phone?
That was his phone.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he got rid of it?
He's what he says. Say goodbye to Thunderbolt, baby.
So now what does he got?
Hello, my new car.
So he got rid of his cell phone to get a car?
Maybe that's what happened.
You have to read the blog and see.
Right. You can go to Little Sun Productions Presents.
Did you post the post this?
I can. It's just that I didn't want to make the sound quality go really bad. But you can go to littlesunproductions81.wordpress.com.
You can't cut and paste the URL. There's something wrong with your
It's not
operating
right
system.
there. I'm sorry. I'll try to do that tomorrow so it doesn't keep cutting out. But yeah, littlesunproductions81.wordpress.com to get the entire story. There are 2 of them. You can get all the details over there today. Also, I have two stories. One is called The Early Years of Kappa Alpha Psi, 1911 through 1914, which for some of you is just really a part of my dissertation process. Thought I would write it one blog post at a time.
Sure.
This one is just it's a few paragraphs. You know, it's just a few things that I've been reading. And the other one is called Some Thoughts on Podcasting with Guests. I wanted to share with you guys something I heard yesterday, and that would be this. When I looked, I shouldn't say heard, I looked at our site analytics for the radio show on Blog Talk Radio, and 2 of our biggest shows, we're talking about thousands of listens to the show, have come not in our daily show per se, but through guests that we've had on the show. 2 of the biggest ones, believe it or not. One was with Wayne Sutton. That one did exceedingly well. And believe it or not, the other one with Mark Sears, the one we talked about, the entertainment and the technology.
Yes.
That one did really well. And I'm talking about thousands by itself.
Very interesting.
Well, very interesting. And you compare that to the regular show, and it's a little bit different. So I wrote this post sort of to say there's obviously something about having guests. Now, I clearly understand this, and I didn't write this in there, but not all guests bring those kind of numbers. Not all topics bring those kind of numbers. But for whatever reason, these ones have brought some really good numbers, which makes us number 2 in the technology, I don't know what you call it, technology field on Blog Talk Radio. Number 2.
Technology category,
right? If you go there, you can actually, you can see that. But if you want to get those 2 stories, you can go to DamondNollan.com. That's www.DamondNollan.com to get all those stories. And let me know, what you think. And last but not least, we have a brand new blog Engage membership. It's waiting for you. That's the title of Eileen Smith's blog. It's from basicblogtips.com. Again, basicblogtips.com from Miss Eileen Smith. This one here, there are some winners winning of her competition, also a new service that she's using. But she has given away some prizes using this new feature. And one of those winners happens to be none other than Timothy Arthur. He won a special gift. Yep, right, the second one there.
Yes, I got it.
Thank you. Derek's sharing the link in the chat room since he can do that. But anyway, congratulations, Tim Arthur, for winning that prize.
Got it.
Yeah, there you go. Who is number 1? Aaron says, who's number 1? I won't tell you which one. But I will tell you.
You have to go.
I won't tell you
roll
which
the
one.
postesses.
I can just tell you this much. They do really well. All right, let me go on. I think that's all of them. Yep, that's all of our blog rules for today. Don't forget, if I have not mentioned yours, you can put me, or make sure I got it on the list. Go to DamondNollan@gmail.com, and I will add you. All right, 2 more stories before we run out of time. The first one I want to talk briefly about is the new Google bar. I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, but if you open up your Google, any of your Google services, you probably should see one of the new Google bar. It is. Remember they took away that black bar?
Yes. You mean that one?
Yeah, that one. They took it away because they were going to roll out this new feature. Well, today
I like this one.
they have put back the black bar. As a matter of fact, the black bar they put back a while ago, but they're updating the black bar to now include other links.
I like the black bar.
I can tell you that some of those new links will include YouTube, calendar, and documents on that list, which
Documents
are
has been
not
there.
currently in the black bar.
Oh, so I don't have to hit. I don't have to hit
You
the
don't
drop
have to hit
down to get
more.
it.
It'll be right there. So it's gonna probably say something like images instead of video. It's YouTube, maps, news, calendar, documents. I don't think shopping is up there anymore either.
Oh gosh.
If I
I won't miss.
correct.
I won't miss that one a bit.
It's not like I'm shopping.
I mean, that's not one of those things I go to immediately. I don't know why they've had those bad choices in the upper bar anyway.
Yes. There we go. All right. So you'll see a new bar with those new things, and I'm glad they're taking off shopping because then I won't spend any more money, which I don't spend right now. But
Well,
it's possible.
I get that.
One day I might want to spend some, and if you put it in front of me, maybe I would. So that's something that you can see there. So the new one, and if you don't have it yet, it's actually rolling out right now. I thankfully saw it on mine. Even though I had done a little hack in Chrome that they would give me the other look, and I did that for a while. So, and Aaron K. White says, you guys need to update the main photos. Are you talking about on the Blog Talk Radio page? Can you go to that for a sec? He said you need to update your main photos. Go to technology. I don't see technology on yours. These must be the ones you selected
I ain't select none.
when you logged in on your account. The technology is another one. Click that one. Customized list. You can create a technology. See, there you go. There's your list. That's your list. Go ahead and select one. Do technology. That's what I did. And then what you can see.
Don't you have one?
Yeah, but your screen. Hello. So at the top, hit technology.
I did.
At the top.
Oh.
There you go. And you'll see that we were number 2. I don't think we've ever gotten to number 1 yet. I don't know what's up with that. But that one there is right now keeping us at number 2. So one day, I'll get you radio net search.
Yeah, it was the Android guys. What happened to them?
I don't know. I don't know where they've
there.
been. Yeah. Well, Android always has like the number top 3 spots for some reason.
We took them.
But we've done pretty well, man. We've been in the top 10. But I'm happy to see we're number 2 right now.
Yeah, we should update our picture.
Yeah.
3026 live.
We have one in there, but I don't think the new one's in there. So let's do that. All right. So that's the newest information there. Let's move on to another story that we have here.
You have stories?
This one here. Okay. Now, Mike Render, you're no longer with Sprint, and I apologize if you're not on Sprint, but we've been talking about this whole concept of, man, when can I get off my current phone and upgrade to a different phone?
So I made an app.
Right? Derek has been in conversation. I think you said that your contract is up.
I am. Yeah.
On T-Mobile.
Yeah, I'm month to month.
Did you know that they have the Galaxy S2 on T-Mobile?
They don't have the Galaxy Nexus.
No, but they have the S2 though.
I
saw a commercial on that.
I did not
said
know
that's
that.
what
I actually walked into the. I was, my wife has been out of town until last night, so I turn your web radio down for just a minute, baby. I snuck around and tried to find like a Valentine's Day gift, and while I was at the mall, I went to the little T-Mobile kiosk and found out. Yeah, they didn't tell me I wish they had told me then that they've got the 2, but they didn't have the next, because I'd have rolled with that bad boy right then and there.
The S2 right now is at T-Mobile. I saw the commercial last night.
Shoot,
but
get that bad.
I also heard today that they're going to get ice cream sandwich on March 1st on the S2. Yep. and it already comes with NFC and everything else on it.
I may
And I
very
almost
well
wanna
roll
say-
up in this bad boy Monday with my new phone.
And I almost got the impression that I think the picture quality was better on the S2 than it was on the Nexus anyway.
The S2 is hot.
I like the
paperweight,
Nexus. I had my heart set on the Nexus,
Yeah.
but maybe I'll have to compare and contrast the Nexus with the S2 and see what it comes up.
Yeah, I just looking at it, I think it was there. Aaron K. White says, yeah, there you go. Thank you, Aaron. By the way, I just missed all the chat. He was like, here's the link. Thank you. Brian, I said Brian H. Bob H. says, my show is number 10 in video games. Just shows how few do video games.
You know,
I've been meaning to catch that, but-
radio is just not particularly well suited for a video. It just doesn't seem to be all that
Yeah.
well suited for radio. But then again, we do lots of video game shows. So maybe I should go check that out.
Yeah, and the thing is, I keep wanting to go check the show out too. By the way, but it's like, dude, I think it's like late at night when I should be asleep. But I need to pay attention to
listen
to the replay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob H, post the
Yeah,
replay.
post the link on there.
Post the replay URL.
Yeah.
We'll check it out after the show.
Let's see what the magic you create. Little Bite says, I'm eligible for updates as of today. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I got a good chunk of credit on my account. Been paying a little extra every month. So
Really?
So what's good for Verizon? Verizon is the Galaxy Nexus. That's the phone.
I'm so jealous.
That is the phone. You are on this. You are on the system, Galaxy Nexus. Get it. Be the first out of the crew to get it. Aaron K. White also says, by the way, for those of us who like television shows, Walking Dead returns on Sunday. Woohoo! So don't forget it. But for those of you who are on Sprint, I wanted to share this with you. If you happen to be on Sprint, and since we've been talking about renewing our contracts and so on and so forth, right?
Right.
Sprint just put out this brand spanking new sheet that tells you how much you can get to upgrade right now. As a matter of fact, I think it's as of February 12th through the 14th of April, you can use this sheet here to determine how much money you would pay to get a new phone. So here's an example. If you have a phone that you just got within the last 8 months, you don't get any discount at all, right? An example is if you have been on the current phone for 9 months, you can get you have to pay $165 and whatever the cost of the discounted phone would be, depending on what kind of phone you get. So let's say the phone costs $200.
Well,
You'll pay $200 plus $165.
No, I won't.
I'm just saying that's what if you were at 9 months. Now let's say you've been on the thing for 18 months, then you'd only pay $65 for the upgrade, along with the price of the phone. So what they're saying is, yeah, you can get upgrade. So if you want to move on to the iPhone, if you want to move on to the S2, if you want to go to the Galaxy Nexus,
It's kind of an early upgrade, prorated kind of structure.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
which is kind of cool. I mean, considering I'm looking at this right now, thinking, okay, 24 months is the 2-year plan. So if I were to break it, as far as break my contract, I would have to pay a discounted. In this case, as long as I've been there,
maybe,
$50.
In that context, to upgrade your hardware without having to deal with the contract breaking fee, which is oppressive in most cases, it's not so bad. That's the phone company's still scheming, but that's at least not as bad a scheme as the other one.
Well, pretty much. It's whatever. If I can get out of paying anything, of course I'll try. But whatever scheme they're on.
So what you gonna pay for some hardware? You gonna wait until your contract?
I'm really trying to see when they're gonna get the Galaxy Nexus.
I feel you.
I'm really thinking like, dude, when are y'all gonna get it? Because our contact at Sprint said they're gonna get it. So for those that are on Verizon already, dude, get it.
90 seconds.
I'm all over that. But random Bob H says, any truth to the rumor that Android 4.1 is gonna be called Peanut Butter Cup?
That's funny.
I don't know anything about that.
He's joking.
it's possible.
But it makes me hungry though.
It won't be fish sandwich.
It makes me hungry.
Reese cup.
All right, Bob H. Post your link up there so we can take a look at your
So we can hit
show.
the show, right?
Yeah. But let me play this to get up out of here. Let me say thank you to you And you,
60 seconds.
Aaron K. White, Alan Tran, DB Funky, Guest 2456, Guest 2486, Miss Eileen Smith, Little Bites, that's Marianne, Random Brain Activity, that's Bob H. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. We really appreciate it. Don't forget, we're here every Monday through Friday right here on blogtalkradio.com/Damond Nollan. And you can always get the replay, which is in high def.
It's high fidelity.
That's right, over on youtube.com/Damond Nollan. Have a wonderful weekend. Look forward to seeing you guys on Monday. Until then, Mike Render.
Deuces.
Deuces.
10 seconds.